Hey everyone, welcome back to another Godzilla Battleline video, and today I am giving you my first impressions of MOTHRA 2019, the very same MOTHRA from the Godzilla King of the Monsters movie. Now, if you were on my stream last night, you already know what I think of MOTHRA, so you probably are good to skip the video. But if you want to just hear me talk about it, then so be it, watch some gameplay, then let's get into it, right? So, MOTHRA. What do I think of MOTHRA so far? I like her. I like MOTHRA a lot, honestly. I think she is going to be an extremely versatile piece. She has a very unique ability that no other character in the game, at the time that this video goes live, has. So if you're watching this in the future and there's maybe another MOTHRA with the same ability, just know that this is the first one to do it. Alright, and the ability that I'm talking about is she will grant you energy when she dies. There is no other character in the game that gives energy when they die. There are characters that give you energy just, through their leader ability, but, there's no other unit in the game that's just granting you energy aside from the energy base. MOTHRA refunds energy. So MOTHRA costs 6 to deploy, but when she dies, she's going to give you back 2 energy, realistically making her a 4 cost, if you want to talk about it like that, where the net energy you spend to drop her is 4, right? It's 6 to play her, you get 2 back. Her net energy is 4. Pretty solid, especially for her kit. I like it a lot, right? So let's talk about it. MOTHRA, I was almost gonna say Imago. Technically, it isn't it Imago? But MOTHRA 2019. She has a slow. Her whole kit is based around pretty much supporting your team. She is a little bit beefy. I don't think she's tanky, but she's a lot stronger than I think the regular MOTHRA is. I could be wrong on that one, but it seems like that this one can take a lot more hits than regular MOTHRA does. But this MOTHRA is all about supporting your team, whereas MOTHRA Imago, does a lot of damage, doesn't really do a whole lot to support your entire team. This one does. This MOTHRA 2019 has a slow on her regular attack. She has a 3-second attack speed, and she has a slow. The slow will go up, it seems, by 0.1 every level, so it'll be like, it starts, I think, at level 1 she's a 5, and then it goes up to like 5.1, 5.2, 5.3. so mine with the rented levels is 13, and she has a 6.2 slow, so every 3 seconds she is getting off pretty much a 6-second slow. That's really good. That is really, really good. Okay, so we like characters that can deploy slows more frequently. This is a really solid way to do it. Off the top of my head, I can't think of a character that is as reliable to slow. The only other character that comes close in my mind at the moment that has any kind of slow that's comparable is maybe Giant Octopus, who, while they're in the water, gets a 60% slow bonus, right? And you can slow characters for like 14 seconds with a high-level octopus. But I'm trying to think on the top of my head who can do a slow like how she can do it. I might just not be remembering someone at the moment, but like Megaguirus isn't really the same, right? So I'm a big fan of her having the slow out all the time. She can always use the slow. It's her only attack. Additionally, when she spawns in, she's going to grant your team stun resistance. The same way that when you drop Batra down, or Fyrodan, they give the damage boost and the speed boost to anyone in that vicinity. MOTHRA 2019 is going to give a stun resistance. So if you thought Kuma Augment was out of the meta, this is kind of pushing him a little further out. Obviously, kind of a rare scenario where you're seeing MOTHRA 2019 and Kuma Augment, but it is what it is. But she's kind of making, stunners a little less potent. So she's going to give your units stun resistance when she spawns in, and it's going to last for 20 seconds. So she's got a lot of utility built into this kit. She has a really solid slow effect every time she attacks. She has stun resistance for 20 seconds for her and anyone near her. She's getting it guaranteed. Anyone near her, that's just on how you place it. And then she's going to give you back 2 energy when she dies. I like the 2 energy giving back when she dies because maybe it will give you the push that you need to defend yourself. Say the enemy's rushing at you, MOTHRA is like the last line of defense, she dies, you get 2 energy back, and that's maybe enough for me to drop Burning or GMK or Earth for some reason, right? Or maybe that's just enough energy to get a, Ghidorah 2019 out. Who knows? I like it. I like that a lot. Her range. Her range is something that I do want to talk about for a little bit. She has really, really solid attack range. She can hit the enemy leader from outside of leader range, which is phenomenal. She can hit, I'm pretty sure she can hit Fourth Angel from outside of the explosion range, which is also phenomenal. Don't forget that slow, where she's going to slow down the Fourth Angel and hit him from outside of range. So, don't place Mothra down on top of your other units in a push. Kind of place her off to the side, because odds are, you don't want her getting hit by an AoE. You kind of want her to be away from the fight, but just close enough that she can still hit. Because right now she's hitting, I think she's right now on the left side of the screen, the BHR battle. She's hitting the enemy leader. She's ignoring the Fourth Angel. The Fourth Angel is ignoring her. She's sitting outside of Ultima range. She's within Ultima leader range. There's not a lot that isn't inside of Ultima leader range. But you can see on the right side battle with Queen Ravania, at certain points in the battle, Mothra will attack outside of the G89 range. So that's really good. She can at least attack outside of most of the leader ranges. The really long range leaders like Ultima, she's going to get hit, right? But being able to attack outside of most leader ranges, that's pretty big. That's pretty big. So what are my overall thoughts on Mothra? I don't want to spend like 10, 20 minutes talking about, Mothra. But I think she's really good. I think she is actually going to be really solid. The only thing that I don't like is her cost. She's a 6 cost. It is a bit expensive. There are other characters you might feel like you want to slot into your deck for around the same cost. GMK is a 6 cost, right? Godzilla 2004 is a 7, and he just got a really good buff. Mechagodzilla 21 just got a decent buff. I don't know if you want to use him on your team, but it's the same cost. But for 6 cost, she's pretty good. I wish she was a 4. If she was a 5, she would be busted. She'd be the best unit in the game. But if she was a 5, I think that would probably be a little bit better. It's sometimes kind of hard to justify having two. Like in this deck, I'm using 2 6 costs. I'm using GMK and I'm using Mothra. Obviously, this isn't an ideal deck. I just kind of threw her into the one that I normally use. But I like her a lot. I would maybe make her a 5 cost. I think she's still really good for 6. I just want to be a little spoiled, and have her for cheaper. I like her a lot. I would have to say, just based off of, remember, this video is going live within the first, 48 hours of the season. So my earliest impressions is that she's probably on a tier list somewhere in the high A, mid to high A tier. She's really solid. She provides a lot of support to your team, and she's as good as the player is in the way that you utilize her, because she does some really great work if you play her and place her properly. But if you mess that up, she's just going to go down like every other Mothra. But she really is a very versatile unit with some unique abilities that we haven't seen in the game before, and she could be a very big asset to any team. You just got to kind of make sure your placements are right so you're taking advantage of that range and that slow. But that's what I got for you guys today. I hope you guys can unlock Mothra as soon as possible. She's a ton of fun, and I'm really curious to see in the comments what you guys think. For those of you who already have her, let me know. And for those of you who do not have her, let me know what you think about her, just based on either the gameplay that you've seen on screen or the Mothras that you've fought in the battles yourself. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.